Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn, part 17 in the Emberpelts series, and now in 4K. Hooray! I don't know. It looks exactly the same to me. Like the UI scaled perfectly. Like nothing feels different at all. I had to check to make sure it was really in 4K, if I'm being completely honest. So today we have a few things that I want to get accomplished. First, I want to come over here and look to see. Yeah, we have. We have dirt. We do have dirt extractors. I totally forgot that I built those. Those may go away here pretty soon. I want to do a few things. I first of all want to get rid of this hill right here. We don't need it. You know, it's just, what's it good for? Nothing. So that's going to be where we start, is with this hill. Just going to completely eliminate it. It can go away. We don't need it anymore. Mainly because I'd like to have this space for maybe some recreational pursuits at a later date. And probably not today, but soonish. Sooner rather than later. You know, I may even go all the way to the back. I can. Like, there's no reason not to. For now, we'll just stop there. We'll just leave it there for now. So that is the first little project. We're also going to replace our housing over here, but we'll let these dudes work on that. They've got plenty to keep them occupied. So this district is going to exist on multiple levels, probably 3, maybe even 4 levels up. And it's going to be built out of dirt. It's going to have a water channel that basically mirrors this one, just above, well, not mirrors, but is directly above it. And same like this, there'll be a water channel on the layer above and above and above. And where that's going to get its water from, I've experimented with several different things. And the best way to go about it is to just take the water that's flowing under here, make this one big huge reservoir, fill that up eventually, not anytime soon, but eventually block it right there, blast this all down to one single level, and then build walls up to where it's high enough, and then we can have just a waterfall for now temporarily flowing back down into there. But then as we build this section over here, we can create kind of an aqueduct to bring the water across. Shouldn't be too difficult to do, honestly. Just like a platform there should be able to let me get 5 wide to be able to have a wall above it. I could even box it in and make it a big giant pipe. But that's going to be the tricky bit, is getting all of this done. I had planted all these trees just by way of, or for the purpose of having some decoration. But they're not going to go. So we're going to get rid of those to start with. And to do that, we have to get these guys from this district over here. So District 1, they thought they were finished. They thought that they could just, you know, toil away with things existing as it was. But nope, they have to do some more work. What did I don't remember adding all that Phoenix Essence. I also don't remember why I added all that Phoenix Essence. When did I do that? I have no idea. Anyway, so that's going to be our start. Let's get to daylight here. It's almost here with the drought approaching. So they'll get that built. I want to check on their progress over here. Fairly quick. It's not taking them too terribly long. They have everything they need. How many builders do they have over here? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 28 builders total if we count the district. I could have just checked up here, couldn't I? Yeah, I could have. There we go. District 3. Yeah, so 7 total counting the district. And the district, yeah, does have all 4 in there. So they'll get to this. So we can speed this up. And then I want to check on over here because they should be done. They are. Oop, I did not mean to pause it. It's meant to slow it down. So let's clear out You know what? We're just going to clear them all out. Every tree gone. Because I'm not really sure how big this reservoir is going to be. What I'm thinking is that it's just going to come out of here, and instead of flowing that way too, it's just all going to go this way into what is going to become a big giant reservoir. We'll probably leave like this little overhang just because I like it. But then we'll build the wall up from here. So this is going to be fun, quote unquote, because it's going to take a lot to get this all done. But they're getting this out of here pretty quick. They're probably not going to be able to reach these back here. We will... Yep, there we go. They immediately walked over there. They're like, oh, you know what? Come to think of it, we can reach these. Can they get that very last row? Yeah. But can they reach that one? Yes. So good. They'll get all of this taken out of here real quick. Excellent. That is all of the trees gone. So, obviously the bad water just flows right back out, so we don't have to worry about that. Only clean water is coming out over here. So I think, honestly, we could just start it, like, right here. I don't see any reason why that would not work. And I guess we'll just take it down to, like, this level here. I mean, we could go a lot lower. Like here, we can go down a bunch. 1, 2, 2. We can get down 2 here and get a little bit more depth. I just don't know that we're gonna like need it to be like that. We really only need to get the water up. So I don't even know that like I need to make a massive reservoir. I just really need to get the water to come up. So I could really just do like a box over here. But I would also like to have a lot of water stored up for bad tides. Yeah, that's the main thing is that I'm thinking about is bad tides. So let's get them up. Ooh, yeah, that's right. This is one off. I was like, why is that going up here? Let's get them up here to clear out some of these trees. And then we'll do the same back here. Once they get to this section, we'll just send them on up right here to come up here. So that'll be a path to there. That'll be a path to right there. They'll eventually get that out of there. I should probably think about doing a temporary tubeway, though, to maybe speed this up. I mean, they've got a tubeway station right here to bring supplies, though it doesn't appear they're using it. It looks like they're using this one. Right now, it looks like they're just going straight to... Yeah, no, they are using this tube station. Good. You can see them coming over to this project now. So, cool. They'll get the ladder built. So, while they're working on that, let's go check on these dudes and see how they're doing on their demolition project. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. They have everything they need, right? Yeah. It's just taking a whole lot longer than I expected it to. So that will eventually connect there. This will eventually connect through there. We'll get a little bit more area for trees. All these berries, it's going to change. They're not going to all go away, but this area back here is definitely going to change to accommodate the housing project that we're going to do. But I don't want to get started on that till this is gone, because I'd like to just have it kind of open so that I can really see what's happening here. So I am going to let them work on this while this district works on building some ladders up and getting rid of some trees. And then once they're up here, I just don't know. I know I'm not going to go all the way to that very back row, so I'm not going to worry about getting rid of anything back there, but I am going to go up here and get rid of all this. I think they'll be able to get around all of these if I do this. Pretty sure. Do you hear the hesitation in my voice? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. That one, not a big deal, because it's just a little stub that we can just kind of like overwrite. If I do a reservoir, I think I would want to build up from the very side. I still haven't decided. I have a few minutes to, you know, contemplate what I want to do while this is all working. So we're going to go over here and watch these guys work on this. And then once this is done, hopefully they'll be done over there as well. So we're just going to kind of watch a bunch of tunnels get built. Let's go like here. It'll be our best vantage point. Yeah, I like that. Cool. There we go. They have finished all of those, so we can get rid of all of the platforms that are behind. And that'll get rid of a big chunk of the overhang for the hill, and then we're going to get rid of... So do we... Yeah, we still need that set of stairs, so I want to be careful not to get rid of those. I accidentally deleted the path. It's okay. There we go. Path is back. You guys can go right back to work now, thanks. And yeah, let's see what we have left of the hill above. Just a little bit. So I would like to get rid of this. They will pick up the planks. I'm not going to worry about it too much though, because our next project is going to probably take care of that for us. So I'm going to go up and up and up and up. I don't think I needed to go up there because we're going to come in and blast. So here I need 1, here I need 2, here I need 3. Okay, so yeah, we do need to go up to there, but not to that level. Okay. And then we'll need to blast this to 1, and then back to 3. And they should be able to reach all this with proper pathing. But just to be sure, we'll do that. And then, so we'll blast this bit first, and then put a 3 there, and it's all connected. Yeah, it's all connected. Cool. So that will get rid of the overhang that's there. And that'll take care of it. Am I going one too far back? No. No, that's exactly where I need to be. It just looks weird from this side. Probably because of that bit right there. I should probably get rid of that too. That just needs a 1. Okay, cool. So this side over here is probably, yeah, they're getting there on their jobs. It's too far from a district, you say? Oh, because there was a tree there. So now they'll come over here and get to that. They'll build these. I figured they would have all this done, but I didn't check on them during that whole process, so yeah, my fault. But this shouldn't take too terribly long. This is just a few ladders. They'll get up here. They can't reach that one? Yeah, you can. Look. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, my bad. So here, have another ladder. Wait, I'm just all about building ladders, man. Have at it. Go nuts. Oh, we also missed that one. Market for demolition. We're just... Oh, no, we did get it. Cool. We're not going to get that one. I can get... Oh, no, we are. There we go. Cool. Awesome. So that gets that taken care of. And then over here, they're making some headway. I don't want to start their next project. No more storage space. It's all logs, isn't it? Some planks. That's fine. We are about to do a lot with logs and planks. Before we get started on that, though, I have one other thing that I want to do over here, and it's going to be kind of the new area where the water actually leaves the district. And this is going to be where our housing is this one right here, right? Yeah, this one right here. Had to make sure it was lined up. So I want to blast out a hole right here that's 2 deep or just 1. I can't remember. Basically, I want the water to come through and then drop under and flow under all this to come out back here. And then this can all just get filled in or whatever I decide to do with it. But we won't need that area for the water to drain out anymore. It'll all come out right here. It'll mix with the bad water, which may or may not still wind up going that way. I haven't really decided 100% on that. But yeah, so I really want the water to drop down, but I don't want it to be so... I want it to come from here and then drop behind it. So that means if I blast here, I would have to blast that out as well. So we lose a couple here. But that's okay. We can always just like put a platform in on top of it to take care of it. So I want this to go down by 2. So my middle is 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. I'm going to go 4 for now. I don't know that that's actually what I need, but that's what I'm going to go with for the time being. And then I just realized I don't want to get rid of those just yet. I want to get rid of a couple of these guys first. Because what I want to do is blast down just like 1 here, or 2. Make a ladder and then tunnel my way out on the right level. So that we're getting everything where we need it to go. So this actually only needs to go down 1. Yeah, this only needs to go down 1. So we're just going to hold off on that thought for now. Because I don't want to blast it yet. Because I don't want the water flowing through there while there's beavers working. You know, I'm trying to respect their wishes of not getting wet. But I don't know that they'll prioritize things properly. So we're going to tell them to do that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blast that all the way down. And then we can put a ladder in and go back to where I need everything to be here. So, just waiting on some dynamite. Excellent. So that can go. Cool. And then I am going to throw in a couple ladders for them to get down there. Like, oh, that's not where I wanted that to go. That's facing the wrong way. Don't know that it matters with the ladders, but, you know, I like it to go the right way if there is a right way. So cool. That means now I want to come down to right here and just tunnel all the way back. All 4 of those right here on this level. Just straight back until you're all the way out like that. I'll probably have to build a few paths for them to do that. Right now it's going to say they can't reach it, but that's because there's no ladder yet. So cool. While they get started on that, let's go back over here. This is all now cleared out nicely. And this is where I want to slow things down. I think I am just going to do a big hunk in Reservoir. Because why not? I love doing huge projects. So the easiest way to do that is going to be to, once again, use tunnels. Blast it all out, and then, you know, make the surgical line cut that I like. I don't know what else to call it, but that's just what I call it. We are going to lose the overhang, though, aren't we? Yeah, that's sad. We can always rebuild it and make it look like it was never removed. But yeah, I think we need to do that in order to bring this through where I need it to be. But the thing is, I really need to like bring this out over this way and then down, so that the water flows completely under there. Yeah, that's what I really need to have happen. And then we can, like, down here somewhere, have it start going up. So since this is fine where it is on that, I can just build up and up and up and up on that. Yeah, okay. Even though it's not fully supported from the bottom because it has support elsewhere, it's fine. But I don't know that once I start blasting that it'll stay there. So I really would like to take this deeper, just have more water. But then again, there's really no point because we'll never have water flowing out from there. And if it's down low and there's no outlet for it, it doesn't matter. Because what I want to have is I'm going to eventually figure out how high up we need to go with the different levels. I want to say that it's 4 and then they're 2 layers deep. So a total of 5 or 6. I don't know. I'd have to stop and look at it again. Basically, I want it to be tall enough to clear a forester. So you know what? Let's go up here where they can't reach and just figure it out real quick. I've tested all this, but it was weeks ago. So I've got to kind of go again. So like that would be fine, but then does that leave enough room for little guy's head? Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it would wind up, and then we would have a 6th one for that to be at the right level. And so what I want to do is basically, so I guess 24 up, if I can even, no, 18 up. Have like some sluice gates that are set to monitor the downstream depth, so that if it goes below a certain amount, because like maybe during a really long drought or bad tide, the amount of water we have here isn't flowing all the way out to make the waterfall, we can then fall back to the secondary level and have it just coming out where our very top level would be. So that's 18 if we do 3 levels here, but I want to say we can get a 4th. Let's find out. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 1, and just so I know what I'm doing here. 4, 5, and 6. Right? Yep. And then 1, whoops, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 on top. And then I'm pretty sure we can go up 1 more. No, that is as high as we can go. So yeah, if we have, so that means I would have to use blocks down there, have the waterfall coming down out of blocks on top of that. But that's fine, I'm okay with that. They're never going to build this, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. Also, they're never going to build that. However, they will try to build that, and I don't want that there. So yeah, if on that 18th one up from here, we have sluice gates that would just then flow into a channel that's there, and then go up even higher so that I can have my cool waterfall, that would work. And I'm still procrastinating because I don't really know how I want to do this area. I guess we'll just bring it out. Let's, where is the edge of the water? It's, whoa, come back. It is right. Did I really go all the way up? What did I click that happened? Never really understood what happens when that does that. So that is right there. Looks like it. So basically I could like have a wall coming up there, or do I want to come all the way over to here? Actually, I want to come all the way over to here. Yeah. Let's get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of this. But I don't want to go all the way down here. I don't know, I'll figure it out. For now, I am going to just start it, and we'll go here. Because why not? We'll just pick an arbitrary spot. There we go. Arbitrary spot picked. Can they reach all this? Yes, they can. We'll prioritize that one back in the corner, just so it actually gets built. And then I'm thinking if we just come through with tunnels all the way through here, that's going to be the easiest way to get this done. To start with, at least. Yeah, okay, I can't get rid of that because of everything else that's down there. Cool, so that will get that started. And this has nothing underneath it, so I can't build a tunnel there. Makes total sense. But I also want them up here working, and that's where it's kind of handy that I already have all of this, because I do want to have them come through And I have no idea how many we're going to need everywhere, so I'm just going to... This mouse. I'm just going to spam a whole bunch of dynamite. All at level 3, and I'll figure it out. We'll get there in the end, I'm sure. So, there, and there, and there. Cool. So then we have to have a way for them to get around to all of that. Some of it's not a problem. Like up here, no big deal. We can just path. There, they can reach that. Here, we can bring them up right there. Not a big deal. But then these are where we start running into some problems, and we're going to just need more ladders. That will eventually just probably get blown up. Whatever, it's fine. We'll go there. They'll be able to reach those two, and then if I go like that, they'll be able to reach that one. So we'll go there, run that there, bring that in there. Then we come over here. They'll be able to reach all that and those, and then bring them over here. And then we need to go back down quite a bit. And then that one is, I don't know. Well, they'll be able to reach over the ledge. Yeah, they'll be able to reach over the ledge. If I do like that, they'll be able to reach right there. So cool. That gives them plenty to do. Let's go check on our tunneling project over here. It's done, really? No. There's no way it's done. Yeah, I didn't think so. They were just able to reach some of this back here because... How did they reach that? Oh, they were able to walk out there. Okay. That makes sense. Cool. We will eventually need a path that runs through here for them to be able to get all the way back. Otherwise, they'll just never be able to reach them all. But that is going to take just a while to get that bit accomplished. In the meantime, do we have builders just sitting around? We do. We don't want that. So, I am going to pause now. I want to change the two-way station to a more permanent solution than what I have right now. And where I want it is basically where it is, just underground. So, let's get that underway. We may have to make some temporary connections for now, but that's alright. So, we'll just unpause. Two-way tunnel. There's what I'm looking for. I want to go down. So, not here in the water. I want to go, like, here. So, we'll go 9, 10. That's probably one too many. There, now it's even. So then, if we go back up, come on. There we go. I want to see where this is going to come out. I don't want these built just yet, so I'm going to pause that. Well, I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to pause that. That way, well, they can't get down there anyway to do any of that. Cool. So, yeah, that is on that far edge there, and then this one, right? Yeah, so then we would have another one down there. Cool, cool, cool. Then to get up, we are still going to have all of this here. The houses are 3 wide, question mark? Yes, so we're going to have like... Okay, I do want to pause. These aren't going to be in the water, don't worry. So we're going to have... So we've got 10. So we can fit like 3 of these, but then we'd have the middle section off a little bit. But that's fine, because we could either do like... I know there's one there. We could do like these in the middle. Well, that really does not want to go on top of that one. What? What? Oh. Wait, why doesn't that want to go up there? So yeah, that we could do that and then have one off to the side. So yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to check on. Cool. The houses, go away. You were just a temporary test. So I want to have two-way levees because I don't want to flood anything here. And they're gonna need to go down here. So back down we go. And then just to be sure we're not flooding anything. I'm going to do that. That will get them down to that level to be able to build that. Then we just need some temporary tube lays to make the connection here. So that one connects, that one doesn't, because it's a bridge, whatever. This is going to get deleted here pretty soon, and we'll get rid of this section in the middle. But I want to make sure I get the housing and all that built first. So that gives a few more beavers from this district something to do. They should be able to build like that, because that's on the ground. What are they working on? There they go. Okay, so they should be able to do that since it's sitting there on the ground. And then once they get these two above connected, then they can start going down and come up and around. I may... Yeah, I'm going to pause for... Oh, but if I do that, it disconnects our housing and everything from the district. Yeah, that's why I can't pause anything just yet. In fact, I probably ought to make like a second connection around this way so I can blast the whole thing out. Just like a temporary connection like right here. Yeah, I really should do that. Nope. But yeah, of course it's not going to connect. That side is. Whatever. It'll be alright. As long as we get some connections. So this will be connected and they can come out and go around that way, and then we'll temporarily disconnect them. It'll be a whole thing. But it will get done in the end. How they're getting down there already, even though that is holding the water back, right? As I scroll. Yeah, it doesn't look like any water's getting down there. Cool. How are you friends doing? You're doing alright. You're doing great. Cool. So, we're going to let them build the tubeways. I'm going to let these guys get this all taken out, and then we'll look at what's next. So cool. They've got the tubeways in, and that's good. But I think I might have made a mistake here. We'll look here in just a moment. I think I needed it to come out over here instead of right there, but I can probably just adjust what I'm planning on doing. So I now want to fill this in with platforms for the houses and then get them started building some of these houses. And I'm going to bring it right up here to the edge of the path. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to fill in. Okay, so that'll give me 12, that'll give me 12. So either way, so do we want like matching porches? Like that, or actually either way the porches line up. Yeah, I kind of like the connected building a little bit better. So cool, that will be the start there, and then I'm gonna need a platform here and a platform here because we are going to connect the tubeway into our housing right here. That's under housing, isn't it? It is. So if I think that'll get connected. Yeah, I can't. Is that on the front side? Yes. So if I do that there and then that there, that will get that underway. So currently we have how many beavers in this district? A lot. 123. This is room for 18, and okay, so yeah, not enough. We need a lot more housing. That's fine, because we can build lots more housing. In fact, we're gonna taper this in here like so, and then this is eventually gonna all become like one thing. This path is gonna go away at some point, and this is all going to be one big housing area. Because if we're going to be building a massive district, obviously 123 beavers are going to not be able to staff the entire thing. So we're going to need more, but that is easy to do. So we'll need to bring the tubeway up again like that, and then if we put in one of these here going like that, and one of these here going like that, then we can bring, oops, that up, but then we can also keep going up from there, or from here, I should say. So that would get that taken care of. Unfortunately, cannot yet demo the house. Okay, so we don't need that. The houses, because we don't have any new houses built. We should have all of our workers busy now. They are making really good progress, though, down here. They're almost done. That's like really close to being finished. So let's, even though it's nighttime, let's blast all of this out of here. I want to do it in one nice explosion, though. Oh, I just realized my mistake. Crap. I wish there was a way to unarm the dynamite. I shouldn't have done that. We're going to have a little bit hanging out there. Oh well. My bad. So that should cut off most of it? No, because that bit that's hanging out. That's not a big deal, though. So that's 3. We can get up to that still. We can just have them walk around right here, and then we'll reach all that. And then once those are out of there, then that will get taken out, and I'm just going to prioritize that so we can get at least one thing finished today. This is definitely going to be a multi-part project. How are these guys doing on the tunneling? They're getting there. They should be able to reach all the way back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe. We might have to help them out with that last row there, but they should be able to reach most of it to get that knocked out. I did have to put a path in. That's why they came up here and did some of the dynamite already. But it's fine. So let's get this housing project built and see where we are from there. So they have a good chunk of the housing in, even though it's saying it's not. Okay, now it's connected because they got that built. I'm going to go ahead and demo the existing housing because I don't want to wind up with a bunch of extra beavers. So we're just going to kill all this existing housing here. And we'll just have some homeless beavers for a while. Obviously, we're not building enough right now to accommodate them all, but it's okay. Let's take a look at underground here. Oh, they're done. Cool. So we're going to leave those in place because if I get rid of them, it will create problems. I do think, though, maybe right here we'll get rid of these. It doesn't really come out, though, in one nice spot. So we'll get rid of these that are sticking out here. We don't need those. These are kind of unnecessary, as is that. But I don't want to get rid of all of them back through here. Though, I think it'll be safe because it's just 4 wide. Yeah, this should be safe to get rid of all of these. I shouldn't lose anything above, and that should just create, yeah, exactly what I want. Cool. So now what I need to do is blast this back out. And I'm just not 100% certain what I really need here. I think we have, yeah, flat top floodgates. So I think I'm going to use these to be how I get the water to go down this way. So I want to get rid of that and that, and I want them to get rid of all of this as well. And then we are going to blast this down just 1. I'm going to initially just have it draining out of 2 and make sure that doesn't flood everything upriver. It probably will, but we'll see what happens once this is all done. We should never need more than 4 because we only have 4 coming in. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that 4 out should be fine. And that will get that taken care of. So we have our housing, but we still have 46 beavers homeless. They're just going to have to be homeless for the time being. We're going to blast from both sides. That is now flowing out of there beautifully, but I am going to come in now with the flat top floodgates. I have no idea which way is which on those. but it doesn't really matter. So then we're going to go there, and then we're going to come here, and now I can repeat the housing that I have on both sides. I just need to put in a couple of platforms. Like if I do that and that, then I can come in and do that, and that is all now at ground level. And I can come in behind and mirror what I did with the housing. So we go there, and then we'll go some doubles here and here, and then the triples. And that should all be connected. I just don't know if they're going to be able to actually build this one just yet. We'll see what happens. But they'll get that in, they'll get the floodgates in, and as soon as they get the floodgates in, I want to pause so that I can, yeah, there we go. I want to adjust these to like 0.85. I think that's safe. I don't know. What I want to do is close the two on the ends. I don't want to synchronize those. I only want the two on the ends synchronized. There we go. And we'll see if this starts to flood. If it does, then we'll change that. But for now, we're going to go with just the two. And fingers crossed that it's fine. That means we can also come down here, and they have an alternate way through now. So if I kill this bridge, this isn't going to hurt anything. So what I'm planning on doing is just coming through behind, whoops, with dirt blocks this way, fill that in, and then we can get rid of this. In fact, I'm going to go ahead, whoops, not do that. I'm saying whoops a lot. There we go. And then that will go that way. They can get those in, and yeah, they're not able to reach these houses. I was kind of afraid of that. Or this one. But I can give them like a temporary access to it. Not really ideal. But whoops, that ladder went the wrong way. It was on the whoops. It was. You heard it here. Of course you heard it here. I'm the one that said it like that. So we give them like just a temporary way up to build that one, and then maybe they can like come out of here and build that. I doubt it. We'll see what happens. But I don't think that's going to be what happens. But I know I want to have like a walkway here. So I could, yeah, that's the solution there, is we have a walkway entrance that goes like that. Yeah. One on each side. That makes, you can see it in the back there. It makes a doorway into the two-way connection. So they should be able to get out of there, or get in there and get this taken care of. And then the ladder will help them build that, but the walkway connections probably will too. I don't know. Cool. That went quick. So we can now get rid of all this. And that will leave the bridge, because the water is still going to be flowing that direction. But we will fill that in like that. And go there. Cool. Let's get some housing finished here. And just make sure we have enough. Oh, we already have enough homes. Cool. So we're good on homes. And everything else should be fine as well. Yeah, they're able to just, they don't even need these ladders. This was wasted effort. There you go. Cool. And then we will continue out this way next time. Let's go check. Look at all this just weird stairways over here. I love it. That go nowhere. So yeah, we've got plenty of empty houses now. The food situation should be fine. Let's check on these dudes. I'd like to get at least this blasted out. Yeah, I'm going to get this done and get this hill blasted out of here real quick. I'm not going to montage, time-lapse, whatever this, because, I mean, we've seen them blast with tunnels a million times. And with daylight upon us, I've saved one last bit of explosions just for you. And wow, that took a bit longer than I thought it was going to. But anyway, It's done. So now we have, if we can just do this. You can see the water is all contained inside of here and then comes out right here. We will eventually be bringing this wall here over and then up as high as we can build, and then some with blocks on top. And it'll be a huge undertaking. We will not need this any longer. Whoop. Oh, there we go. I'm hitting the right buttons now. We won't need any of that any longer. There's no place to put on any of that rubble. So we'll get rid of it. We do still have this bit of overhang here, which is fine because that's going to be where the wall goes for all of this anyway. So we may as well have some there that we can start building on. And then from here over, we'll have to actually build down in what was the channel, but is now just open. And then that area, this from here to here and then all the way over to this wall will become one big reservoir that goes up and up and up. I did have to open up the floodgates, the other two floodgates. I think they're all set at about 0.85 right now. And while I was waiting on the other side to get done, I just went ahead and finished clearing out this section. And we now have all of our tubeways completely underground. So all the tubeways for this district are 100% underground now, including a new tubeway that runs all the way over to where we're getting our scrap metal. And then I redid where the tubeway goes up for this area here. Also required some temporary ladders to get this rebuilt because part of our power shafts were sitting on the structure for the tubeways, so had to be rebuilt. And so yeah, we're looking all right. We're in good shape for next time. We've got a decent start on what's going to become a really big housing block here with some recreation in the middle. Not a lot. It's going to be just like what's the word? Campfire and some rooftop terraces. Rooftop terraces coming offside, campfires down here in the middle in a little pavilion of some sort. Gonna have to work out how that really looks. And then I'm thinking that eventually this whole area here is just going to become a big park because it's going to be between the two areas. We are unfortunately going to have to block the view a little bit in order to get the water to go from side to side. Maybe. I don't know. There is the possibility that I could do a situation where I bring... Okay, so imagine this reservoir is here and filled up and way up high, and we've got 4 different tiers, however many different tiers we're going for. I think it's 3. Yeah, it would have to be 3, maybe 4. I don't know. I forget. But anyway, and we have water that comes into here via an aqueduct all the way up at the top, and then flows and follows where this channel is, and this channel is, and this channel is. What I could do is back here make use of, maybe we'd probably have to like knock off this level of housing and rethink where it is, but bring the water all the way back in and around here, and then instead of having it crisscross up here as well, maybe we could have it drop down into the next level like here and come around into there, and then once it gets there, drop down and come into here, and then maybe have like a little waterfall out the side or something. I don't really know 100% just yet. It's all very much still a work in progress. I've kind of played around with it a little bit to get some ideas, but nothing too concrete just yet. Those trees will never get planted because they can't reach. That's fine. I just filled it up since we're going to be using a lot of resources for this district. I figured every tree that we can get will be of good use. But I think we're looking pretty doggone good. What I've managed to do is just make more big open flat spots while also creating some new housing. But we can kind of see both projects in one shot. Housing here, new reservoir over there. And that's where we're going to leave it for now. We'll pick up there, probably with the reservoir next time, just because it's going to be one big, massive project. Or maybe I'll just build it between videos and kind of just get some highlights of it for the intro for the next video. That's actually probably what I'll do. But until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.